Hi everyone, this is Rick. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today I just want to talk about a little bit more about camera stabilization and the cheaper alternatives to achieve this. Now, a few videos ago, you may have already seen, I did a video on how to build a poor man's Steadicam. I think I called it the £9.50 Steadicam. I have used this quite a lot. It's been quite useful. It takes out the walking shudder out of my footage every time I'm using the camera and I'm physically walking along. I actually use it in my most recent attempt at filmmaking, which was a video called The Last Verse. And the problem I have with it is the side to side. While I'm walking along, I'm still getting a lot of this sort of side to side wobble, particularly when I'm going backwards. So here it is. This is my my poor man Steadicam. So you know, it's not a total solution. It's a sort of a get me by. So I started looking into what else was out there, perhaps actually buying a proper stabilization system, but obviously I'm looking to do it on a budget. So I did take a quick look at the Steadicam website, and you know, we're talking 4 figures just for a sort of a base model, although they did have one called the Merlin, which I thought was rather nice, and I was almost tempted to have a go, but that was still, over here in the UK, that would still be around £600, which is still pushing the boat out for somebody who does this just purely for, you know, as a hobby. So I decided, no, I'm not going to spend that sort of money. So my next port of call was eBay, and I had a look through there, and I came across a site or a company. I can't remember the name of it, DV something, but they did a stabilizer that looks a little bit like the Merlin. It's the same principle. I mean, the Merlin is basically 2 pieces of steel with weights at the bottom that are sort of sprung and dampened, and then you've got this flexible handle at the top. And this company on eBay had a very similar sort of style stabilizer, and it worked out with the postage at about £50. And I sort of had a really good look at it. I thought that's probably worth a gamble, and so I ordered one. And this morning the postman knocked on the door. 4 days later, I was very impressed, the fact that this has come from India and it took 4 days. That's just really good. And the postman knocked on the door and he turned up with the parcel, and here it is. This is called the Flycam. I don't know if you can see that on there. And essentially, I suppose it's on the same sort of principle as the Merlin, as in the Merlin has, it's not quite a U shape, it's kind of a V shape. It's has a spring tensioner, and all of the moving parts on the Merlin are all you know, you can damp them. They've got all sorts of settings. So it's far more. The Steadicam Merlin is far more advanced than this. This is rather crude, but there again, it's 1/5 of the price. So I thought it's got to be worth a gamble. Essentially, the principle is in this handle, which will absorb most of the movement that you make, and obviously you've got your counterweights on the bottom. They're adjustable. You can move them in and out depending on the way you've positioned the camera and the centre of gravity and everything. You have to fiddle around quite a bit just to sort of get it right. Obviously I haven't got the camera on because I'm recording with it, but I took some footage earlier which I'm going to show you right now. So as you can see, I need some practice, but that's typical of most camera stabilisation systems. You cannot just walk into a Steadicam shop, spend £4,000 on you know, one of their systems and expect to just put it on and get 100% perfect footage. It doesn't actually work like that. You still have to learn how to operate it. You have to walk in a certain way, you have to sort of, you know, hold yourself in a certain way in order to make it work. And that's pretty much what I'm going to have to do with this. This is a system I'm going to have to learn. You know, from the results that you just saw just then, you know, not bad for a first attempt, I think, but I'm sure there's potential for better results. But what I really wanted to do was kind of a review on the U-Flycam. Now, I must admit, when I got it out of the box, I was quite impressed about how well made it is. I was expecting, you know, literally it was 50. Well, it was about 39 quid plus about £17 postage. So very, very cheap, and I was expecting something very, very, very cheap and tacky. But I have to admit, it is very well built. It's all there. It's all quite sturdy. The handle at the top, that moves absolutely beautifully. There's no juddering, there's no grinding or anything like that. It's a very, very smooth operation. The plate on the top where you put your camera, or the actual plate that you bolt the camera to, is plastic. It's quite lightweight, but the slidey bit, that's plastic as well. But it's a you know, it's quite a sturdy plastic. It's not this flimsy, horrible stuff. And this, you know, I think it could probably take quite a bashing. It's quite functional. And I have to admit, for the sake of the £50 that I parted with for this, I'm very pleased. So that's really all I can say about it. Like I say, I need to go away, do some practicing, maybe come back, do another video at some point. But if you are looking into some sort of camera stabilizer, like I say, you've got the first option of the poor man Steadicam, which it does a pretty good job. Like I say, that one cost me about, well, £9.50, £10, I think, something like that. But then next one up on the ladder is this one, which is about £50 on eBay, with including the postage. And then I think the next step from there would be to the Steadicam Merlin, which is about £600. So you know, in English money. So you know, you pay your money and you take your choice. But like I say, I'm glad as a budget filmmaker, because this is purely a hobby. This is something I do for pleasure. I don't do it on a commercial scale or anything like that. £50 on one of these, I think, is money well spent. So anyway, I'm gabbling on now, so I'm going to say cheerio. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time.